Hey guys, sorry about the camera angle, but that's life in the YouTube videos world. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's see if we can just do something about this real quick. That's better. Okay. And today we're going to do some more movies, and I hope you like them. The first one will be George and the Dragon with James Purefoy. "13 Days" with Kevin Costner. Now this one is about the Kennedy missile crisis, just in case you're wondering. We have both the Total Recall pictures here. One with Schwarzenegger and the other one with who's in it? With Colin Farrell. There we go. Both excellent pictures. Of course, we have Maleficent. With Angelina Jolie. Get that back a little bit. And of course we have Maleficent 2. I was wondering where that was at. And of course Gravity was George Clooney and Sandra Bullock. I wasn't too crazy about that picture. But here's one of my favorite all-time pictures. We Bought a Zoo with Matt Damon and Scarlett Johansson. I'm going to have to pick up another copy because I'm about to wear these out. A Trip to Bountiful with Leslie Ann Warren. A Trip to Bountiful is about the mother of the son there, and she wants to go back to where she was born at and raised before she dies, and which is completely understandable. I think most of us like to go back to our birthplace or place we grew up, and just to see it one more time before we shuffle off this moratorium. A Trip to Bountiful. Four Games, Matthew Broderick and Matt Lanter. Of course, you know what these are about a couple of kids who are engaged and trip over the government's computers and able to take control of them. But watch them both, they're great. Kind of reminds me of the Manhattan Project, what a kid built. The movie I purchased earlier this year, the Manhattan Project, where a kid builds an atomic bomb in his basement, and John Lithgow, the kid's teacher, has to come down there and disarm it. The Seventh Son with Jeff Bridges and Julianne Moore. Younger movie with him. And of course, everybody knows these, City Slickers 1 and 2 with Billy Crystal and Jack Palance, Daniel Stern, and a few others. This is a good movie. This is The Forger with John Travolta. He's made a series of movies, but this is one of his movies you probably don't know about. The Forger has Christopher Plummer in it with him, and what he is he's a professional art forger, and in order to repay a debt, he has to forge a painting for some bad guys. I'm not going to give the whole story away from you, but his son is dying, so and he's going to do whatever he can to stay with his son and try to get some money to help him to pay for the doctor bills and the medicine he needs and so forth. So he takes this job on to help his son. His estranged son, I might say, but his son can't figure out what he's doing. But then when it comes down to the end, well, like I say again, I'm not going to spoil it. It's a really, really good movie. I hope you'll pick up a copy and watch it. The Staircase with Barbara Streisand. I'm sorry, Barbara Hershey. We all know Barbara Hershey from pictures like The Right Stuff and Kindergarten Cop with Arnold Schwarzenegger and her. I have a whole bunch of religious pictures. And we got 2 weeks notice of Sandra Bullock and Hugh Grant. Face Off with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. I mean, every movie I've seen with either one of these actors in it is pretty darn good. One's a cop or an FBI agent, I believe, and the other is a bad guy, and they go after each other. Michael Keaton, Glenn Close, and Randy Quaid, and Robert Duvall and Marissa Tomei in The Paper. Now I have The Mummy here, and it's going to go up into where my mummy pictures are at. We're starting to collect the mummy, pictures. This is one with Tom Cruise. I don't think too many people have seen this, but if you have, good for you. I'll leave you to decide whether you like it or not. I just don't picture Tom Cruise in a horror. I haven't seen that picture yet, by the way, so don't spoil it for me. Jojo Rabbit. This is hilarious. This is about a boy's fantasy of meeting Hitler, where his hero is Hitler. I know it sounds weird, but his mother, who was killed at the first part of the movie, was picked up by Gestapo and killed. And the boy finds out that his mother was hiding a Jewish girl in the wall of the house, in a secret room. And the boy and the girl finally get together, and he hides the girl, but in doing so, it's hilarious. And he does some of the stupidest things you ever want to see in your life. But if you really want to see a good movie, this is the one to see. It is a comedy, by the way. And of course, the Civil War. That's a documentary, by the way. Now, I have 2 copies of this. This is a very good movie with Alan Rickman and Mos Def. Something that the Lord hath made. This is where Mos Def, it's a true story, by the way, where Mos Def helps Rickman discover the defibrillator and how to use it and so forth. Rickman takes all the credit for it, but later on they figure out Mos Def was involved in this, and well, you know how it goes. This is Transformers. I believe Toby, what's his name? Tony Maguire, something like that is in that one. This is a double feature of The Dirty Dozen. Let's not. It's actually 4 of the movies. I don't think I could have got. It's The Dirty Dozen, The Dirty Dozen, The Deadly Mission, The Dirty Dozen, The Fatal Mission. So it is a double feature. And I know I've got the another one. I think there are 4 movies all together, and the second one is the hardest one to get. Well, we'll do our best. We'll find it. High Plains Drifter, Clint Eastwood. Tiger Bay. Now, if you are familiar with The Parent Trap, Tiger Bay, starring Haley Mills. You saw Haley Mills in The Parent Trap. You're familiar with it, starring Maureen O'Hara, Brian Keith, and a few other actors. You'll recognize her picture here. This is Haley's first movie. This is one before The Parent Trap in 61, when The Parent Trap was shot. This is the movie that started her career. It also has her father in it, John Mills, who's also in The Parent Trap as Brian Keith's caddy. Now, these next pictures are the Ghost Adventures that you see on TV. These are the seasons, let me hold them all up so you can understand what I'm talking about. I have seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, skip 9, 10, and 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. The reason being that Amazon either doesn't want to release them, or you can just get them on, buy the seasons online and watch them digitally on your YouTube channel if you have Prime Video. I think there's something like $10 a season for some of them, but I got the ones that you could buy. I like watching these guys go out and do their little thing. I mean, a lot of people don't, but I do. I think it's funny the way they react to it. They're supposed to be professional ghost hunters, and they act like 5-year-olds in some cases. I mean, what did you expect? They get into some situation, they're hollering, screaming, running around like 5-year-olds. And I mean, if I were a ghost, I'd be more afraid of them than they are of me, the way they act. But if you've watched Ghost Adventures, you know what I'm talking about. That's going to do it for this part of our movie thing. We have, well, let me show you. If you look behind me, you see this open, you'll see an open space back here. Open space back here. And that's where these movies just came from. Now we got 2 more shelves, or 3 more shelves, 5 altogether to bring to you so you can see. And that will be the end of our video segment. Of course, we can do some other, because I got a lot more DVDs than this. But until then, we'll see you for the next 5 shelves. Have a good day. God bless. And keep watching movies.